Now, though, has the new Match Officials mic'd up TV show changed your mind on VAR?
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
Possible penalty.
29.
So Tails are going to recommend on-field review to review the penalty kick.
Okay, he steps and then Havertz kicks the leg and Wan-Bissaka doesn't make a challenge, yes?
That's what I'm seeing as well.
It's a restart drop ball to the keeper.
Good use of VAR. The referee believed that Wan-Bissaka had tripped Havertz. The video shows something quite different.
The three bad decisions are that bad and that obvious. We don't need to hear how they got there.
Right, a kanji. Line of vision.
It's subjective. There's potential impact on the keeper, but is it clearly impact on the keeper? Does it clearly impact his ability?
The keeper sees it, makes no difference, so we're happy to check complete.
I'm happy to check complete.
Yeah. Okay, check complete.
It's a goal.
From the outset, I want to say I think this should have been disallowed, this goal.
If your partner cheats on you and then explains herself, she's still cheated, hasn't she? The mistake still happened. There's nothing in the explanation that's going to make it better.
Back of that, Dan, if she cheats on you because she says, you're this, you're that, you might go, oh, I'll get it now. Right?
Weird analogy that, but no. He meant, not that one. The point he made before was 100% spot on. Is that he spoke about, you don't need to hear about what the process is, because ultimately they came to the wrong decision. So
let's discuss it in more details. In case you don't know exactly what we're talking about, last night the first episode of Match Officials Mic'd Up, featuring PGMOL chief Howard Webb and former Liverpool striker Michael Owen aired. The pair broke down some controversial decisions from across the season so far, alongside unreleased audio from the VAR room. Now, one of the key moments they looked at was during Man United's 1-0 win over Wolves, when in the last minute of the game, United keeper Andre Onana clattered into the Wolves forward Sasa Kladic in the penalty area, but a penalty was not given by both the on-field referee and VAR. Have a listen to what the VAR was saying at the time.
Possible foul there. Just need to view that.
It's like collisions, we don't give those.
So Onana goes to challenge for the ball.
Go kick. It's not.
Just
go away.
delay. Checking possible penalty.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah, so I want to view this because I think Onana collides into him. He's tried to burn into the ball, but he's late. And he blocks in. Will you look at this for me, Westy, please, to see what I'm seeing? So the goalkeeper goes to challenge the ball, and he makes an aerial contact with the Wolves player. It's late and it's clumsy, in my opinion. Dawson wins the header.
Caution, Gary O'Neill. Yeah.
But it's late, it's very late in the aerial challenge. I think because the Wolves player doesn't head the ball, because Dawson heads it.
Dawson clearly wins the head.
Yeah, and then therefore it's a normal collision as if both challenge the ball from the other two.
Yeah. Just stay there because if he goes in,
check complete. Check complete.
Now, I thought that was fascinating. Bearing in mind, we've had a snip there. They've had a little snip. We've had a little snip of what goes on throughout the 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. So you understand what the ref is hearing in his ear constantly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, while they're trying to work that out, and I thought their constant explanation and update of what they were looking at, what they were seeing, explaining it to what turned out to be us, but more importantly was the referee at the time. My view for VAR has changed, right? I'm now more impressed with what they do, right? The technology they've got, I was completely aware about, but I had no idea they're constantly updating who the referee is on the day and telling what they're looking at. What I did feel sorry for, and I've not thought this before, even said it before, I did feel sorry for the referee on the field at the moment, because it's a constant barrage of players saying, show me yellow cards, tell him, come on, you know that wasn't a foul. I think that has got to stop straight away. We are quick enough on this show and in the media and on radio and telly to have a pop at referees getting it wrong, right? Or VAR at Stockley Park getting it wrong. I totally understand that, and I'm guilty of that myself. But their job can't be made any easier by footballers constantly in their ear while they're waiting for a decision to come through, right? We'll talk about the decision-making process in a minute. I do think a new law needs to be introduced where, whilst the VAR decision is being looked at Stockley Park and they're communicating with the referee, and maybe the ref will communicate back saying, I'll go and have a look there. I think there needs to be a new law where no players can encroach the referee for maybe 10 yards. Give him that little bit of breathing space. Yeah. Let him make that decision. I don't think that helps. Okay.
Could not get his little spray out and spray a circle.
Maybe a little 10, that might be a little bit childish.
No one can come
do a
in
little
there.
hopscotch or something
no one can come in there.
So that was my first thought. My second thought is that and we talked about this in great detail in the meeting. Notan Dan made a very good point that when they were discussing the penalty that Kai Havertz tried to get at the Emirates at the weekend, they they told the referee at the time what they think the referee should be looking for, and that you can argue the case that may be
interfered with his thinking. That
points him
he's
in
gone
a
into that
certain
situation,
direction,
looking at that.
Rather than say to the ref, "Go and have a look. We think something's wrong."
Yeah.
They say, "Go and have a look at his right foot because we think this is." Given. So I agree with Dan there that maybe they should say, "Go and have a look for yourself."
Yeah, don't give him any opportunity to kind of, because I think Dan's 100% spot on.
Yeah.
If they say, listen, we think Kai Havertz has stuck his foot out and kicked Wan-Bissaka, when he goes to look at the screen, that's all he's looking for.
Yeah.
That's all he's going to see. Whereas if you said, listen, we're not quite sure about this, just go and have a look.
Yeah.
Let him make his own assumptions. Because I would have loved to have heard, okay, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, sorry.
I would have loved to have heard that process as we did the Kai Havertz one, the Rashford one against Nottingham Forest. They are the exact same.
Yeah,
Rashford gets touched on his thigh, goes down, but they get the penalty. And that's what winds people up about VAR.
But what it did show me, the Sasa is it Kladzic? I think that's how you pronounce it. Kladzic. What that did show me is, while I was listening to the explanation of that, they both said that neither of them got the ball because the ball went over them and there was a Wolves player that headed it, and so it was it was two players colliding with each other.
Yeah.
More so Nana, right? I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty. But my point is, I was understanding their description of what they were seeing, and I understand not why they got it wrong, but I understand why they came to that decision, and they're making it. It's like you and I have seen it 30 times, right?
Yeah.
Then we turn on Sky Sports on a Monday and we see Ref Watch with Dermot, right? Then we come in at work and we sit with all the boys. They discuss it, we discuss it. People get iPads out, we have a look at it from 15 different angles, and then we sit here. Sometimes, Benty, we go, I still don't know, and other times we go, oh, he got. They're making it in the heat of the moment. I'm not saying, well, that's what they're paid for, but I think maybe we should give them a little break.
No, but that's the point, is that, and again, you talk about the process, and I'll go back to that point. You said there about you understood it, you quite enjoyed the fact they speak about it in that, right? But I think what, again, is annoying is that Howard Webb was in that show last night, and he even says they come to the wrong decision.
I know, but that's Howard Webb in a studio a week and a half after the event.
But what I get is
2 weeks after the
VAR
event.
have got all the camera, all the technology they need. So we're talking about it, we see it several different times, and I understand that. But if the Kai Havertz one, for instance, what I think should happen, like what happened, Anthony Taylor went to the monitor. I think if there's anything where it's a little bit contagious and people are like, I'm not quite sure they can contest it, we're not sure VAR, they've looked at it 50 times, the final decision should always go to the ref.
Yes. I agree with you. He's the on-field ref, he makes the call.
Even if there's a hint that they're not sure about it, just send them over.
Yeah.
So like the Wolves one with a punch, Onana, even if VAR are not sure about it, just go, do you know what? You go and make the decision. Just go over there, have a quick look, and if you think it's a penalty, give the penalty. Don't go check complete. We don't think it's right.
But do you not think if they send the ref over, they should inform the ref of their decision as to why? Because we were just talking about No Tandan saying they shouldn't.
Yeah, but all they've got to say is, listen, we think Onana's fouled the defender. Just go and have a look.
Yeah, but should they not say we think there's a possibility the goalkeeper has fouled Kladzic, right? But at the same time, as neither Onana or Kladzic got the ball, we think it's a coming together of two players.
Don't worry about what they think. Just go, listen, we think we've got an opinion here.
But my point is they've looked at it for the last 2 minutes, and now you're expecting the ref to make a decision in 20 seconds. I think that's too much pressure.
Well, no, but it's one challenge.
I know,
it's not like an instance of different things.
But Benny, if you and I were watching the Arsenal Emirates, maybe not that one at the Emirates because you're Arsenal or Man United, but if you were watching that and that wasn't your team, and I said to you, come on, I bet you if I put you in a room and we watched the game together, and an incident happened, you would not be on any big VAR decision. You would not be categorically 100% sure of a decision you make under those circumstances. Right?
John,
I'm not defending refs, but what I'm saying is everyone makes mistakes, and more often than not, they get things right. Right? There are more rights wronged with VAR than before it.
Yep.
And having watched that show and seen the pressure they're under, the pressure cooker environment they're in, with 70,000 fans screaming at them, footballers screaming at the referee, I think we're asking a lot for them to get every decision right.
No, but listen, that's their job.
I know, but everyone that has a job and is paid copious amounts of money will always make a mistake.
I get that, but they've got the technology there to back it up. It's even like it's even like the Trent one at St James's Park when he gets booked for throwing the ball away. Every person on the planet can see that he's been pushed off the pitch except the referee. Now that's just incompetence. Trent is run off the pitch, and he gets thrown off the pitch, and he throws the ball away, he gets booked.
No, but you are right. But what I'm saying is there are some decisions that they will get wrong, like the Trent one, which you can categorically say they've made a mistake, right? But there are other ones, like the Onana one on Kladzic.
That's a stonewall penalty.
See, having heard their explanation that neither player was involved in the ball, One's jumped up. The goalkeeper tried to get it. Kladzic just stayed his. Is it? I don't know. I've seen it so many times, and I've heard their explanation. And this is not me with my Man United hat on. I'm like, is it? I don't know.
If a cross comes in, and me and the defender are nowhere near the ball, and I just elbow him in the face, what's going to happen to me?
Yeah, but the way you've described it as an elbow in the face isn't what happened.
Well, my point is,
it's different.
No, it's not.
You're not a goalkeeper.
Because he didn't win the ball. No, because he didn't win the ball.
Goalkeepers lead with their arms, Benny.
Yeah, but he can't punch people in the face.
No, I know, but if he's going for the ball and he misses, his arms are up in face level.
But he didn't do that, did he?
He went to punch it and missed the ball.
No, it's a penalty. It's a stone wall.
But what I'm saying is, right, is my view of what they've got to deal with has changed, having seen the show.
Oh no, see, my views are the same. Just do your job. You've got all the technology in the world there.
Just do your job.
You can.
So people don't make mistakes.
I'm not saying that, but when you've got the technology to back it up and you're making mistake upon mistake upon mistake, that's why fans are getting frustrated as anything, because we'll see it again, another instance where you see Tommy Asu get sent off against Crystal Palace for apparently impeding Jordan Ayew as he was about to break. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who got booked for throwing the ball away, does the exact identical same thing.
I agree. You need continuity.
And they don't give it.
I agree with that.
That's the problem.
I agree with that. But when it's black and white like that, I agree with you. But when it's decisions which are like the penalty Havertz, right? Like the Rashford one. They're making that in a split second. They've got to come up with that. They can't wait 10 minutes. They can't wait a week. They can't have a meeting with their mates and show different angles of boom, 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 boom. And they've got footballers screaming at them.
Havertz, right?
Show me yellow card, get him off.
There's no footballers in the VAR rooms, right? So they've got all the time in the world. Even if it's 2 minutes, right? You sit there, you look at the camera angle, various different times, sit in that VAR room. You've got no one screaming in your face, so you keep looking again.
No, but there's pressure, Benny. You understand the pressure.
No, I get it, but no one's screaming at you. You keep looking at it going, I'm not sure. Do you know what? Go and have a look at it. Which they did. Anthony Taylor, he changed his mind. That's fair enough. Okay. But the Onana one, they should have sent him to go, do you know what? We've got an opinion on this, but what I think should happen is you go and make the decision, and then you give the decision on the field. The fact they didn't even give him that option, I think, well...
Okay. Well, one last thing I'd like to add, then we'll take calls. Why is the screen they go over and look at? Why is it like a 14-inch telly I used to have in my bedroom? Why is that not a 65-inch screen? Why is that?
Well, you want to be... I think FIFA World Cup's a big old screen, isn't it?
Put a massive screen down there. Should be a cinema screen so they can properly see it.
Yeah.
Not a tiny little screen. That's a bit nuts.
Is it HD?
Probably not. It's probably black and white. Anyway, my view has changed now. I wouldn't say I feel sorry for them, but I understand the pressure they're under. You've got nothing.
No.
Okay.
No, nothing.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.